Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Come on, let's go see what I'm up to today. I had this new company reach out to me, and it's Bond Crafter. And they sent me some of their epoxy resin to review on my channel. This is their deep pour right here, and it is a 2-to-1. This is A, and that's B, and then there's another jug of A because it's a 2-to-1 epoxy resin. Okay, I'm super excited to try this resin out because y'all know I love trying new resins. Okay, let's see what all was in the kit. They gave me these two tools right here. I got these two little stirring sticks. You'll get some gloves. There are 5 pair here. Awesome. 2 measuring cups. Wow, that's amazing. You get all of this in with your box. And then here's the instruction book. I love how their little book looks. And I love their the design of their jugs as well. And then let's take a look at their instruction book here. This is just like suggestions for use on the temperature, the humidity, the environment, and things like that. One thing to note here is the humidity. Avoid working in high humidity environment. Recommended humidity is 85%. Let's cruise on over here. It says measure resin A and hardener B in 2-to-1 volume ratio. Correct measurements is the most important factor affecting the project. It is recommended that you mix one cup more than 1 gallon at a time. If mixing larger quantities, mix in batches. Okay, it says here to use the stirring sticks in the stir in a clockwise along the walls and the bottom of the cup for at least 3 minutes. Flocks and bubbles are normal in the mixing process. The bubbles will disappear as you mix thoroughly. Down here, it says at room temperature, the resin should be dry to touch after 24 hours and cures after 48 hours. It reaches full hardness after 2 to 4 days. Okay. And there's a little tip down there at the bottom. It says when there are still bubbles on the surface, you can add some heat to remove the bubbles. Okay, we're going to use this pumpkin mold here, and the bottom part of the pumpkin holds a lot of resin. Okay, so I'm going to use a resin calculator to figure out how much we're going to need. I chose Sig Wong for my colorants, blue and purple. And I also have this ribbon here that I purchased off of Temu a long time ago, probably about 8 months ago, and I thought now's the time to use it. It looks holographic, so I'm hoping we can get that color to come through when we demold the pumpkin. Okay, I went to resincalculator.com and I'm going to put in 18 ounces. First, I chose the 2-to-1 epoxy resin. I put in the 18 ounces and it tells us, well, wait a minute, let me back up. Okay, 18 ounces. It tells us we need 12 of resin and 6 of the hardener. Okay. I have 2 cups here, and we're going to get out the Bond Crafter resin. And that popped out really easy. Okay, we're pouring B right now. And we only needed 6 ounces of B. Okay, now let's get part A out. And we're going to be pouring 12 ounces of A. Okay, that popped right out of the jug. Super easy. No struggle there. And I'm not smelling any kind of smell, you guys. This resin does not smell. So that's a good thing. And the consistency of it is it's not thick. It's thin. Okay, I'm going to pour part B into A. Okay, now I'm going to take it to my mixing machine, and I mixed it for, it said 3 minutes, but I went ahead and done 4, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of bubbles in there, you guys. You can see it. It has not been through any kind of bubble machine. See there? You don't see a whole lot of bubbles in that. Okay, I'm going to speed the video up a little bit here because all we're doing is going to be mixing our colors. Okay, I've got my Sigwon colorants out, and I also have the glitter I've been using in my past videos from Hobby Lobby. I picked out a really pretty blue, and I'm going to mix up the blue Sigwon colorant inside of this cup here. Look at that glitter inside, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now I'm going to drop 2 drops into this cup because I don't want this purple to be deep, dark purple. Okay, I'm stirring the sides of the cup and the bottom of the cup really well. It looks like I'm stirring it fast, but I'm not. I sped the video up here. Okay, now we're going to get our mold, and we're going to spritz a little bit of alcohol in there, and then I'm going to turn it upside down and shake the excess alcohol out. I probably should have just omitted the purple because it's so light. We're probably not going to see any of that purple in it. And I really didn't want the purple to overpower the blue because we want the pumpkin to be blue. But I wanted a really, really fairy colored pumpkin. So that's why I mixed the 2 colors, because there really is a pumpkin called Fairytale pumpkin. I'm going to put you a picture up here to show you. See there? And it is blue. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what I wanted to do here, is make a Fairytale pumpkin. Okay, we're going to go in with that ribbon that I got from Temu. And I'm just going to poke it down in there. I spritz a little bit of alcohol on it so that those bubbles wouldn't attach to it. And I'm just poking some of it down in there. I don't know how far I'm going to go with it. I probably will just overlap it a little bit and then go ahead and cut it off. I don't want to put too much in there, but I want enough to where you can see it. And I'm making sure that it's not bunched up in there. I want it to be completely folded out so you can really see it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pour some more resin in here. And we're going to keep pouring until we go ahead and fill the pumpkin up. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing okay. I am doing pretty good today. Woke up this morning and went around to a few yard sales. I didn't see anything that I just had to have. It really wasn't a good week for me at the yard sales. But I had a good time anyway. So I guess that's all that matters. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scrape some of that out of the measuring cup there. And we finished off the blue. Okay, we have a little bit of the purple left, and it's not going to take all of this. Oh, maybe it will. My goodness, this pumpkin is big. Okay, I have a little bit more resin over here to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it in the rest of my cups here. And we're going to put the blue in one and the purple in the other. And then I'm going to add a teensy bit more glitter to it. Not a whole lot because we don't want the glitter to overpower the ribbon inside. Okay, I'm making sure I stir it up really good. I'm not stirring that fast. It just looks that way because the video is sped up. I'm making sure I scrape the sides of the cup really good and the bottom of the cup. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and pour. Okay, you guys, we are almost there. Yes, that resin is finally sitting on the bottom of the pumpkin now. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use up the rest of that purple. But it's definitely not going to hold all of the blue. I'm going to pour a little bit more of the blue. Okay, we've got up. I almost spilt it. All right, now I pulled out these lights here, and I think we're going to add some lights. Spit it out. Spit it out. We're going to add some lights to our Fairytale pumpkin. Now, these lights are not my favorite, but I'm going to tell you why. It's not because of the performance of the lights or anything like that. The lights are awesome. It's the fact that they're battery powered. Some people like the battery powered ones and some people don't. But I just think it's just more of a hassle to use the battery powered ones because you have to change the batteries in them versus just plugging it in the wall and going, you know. But it's hard to find lights for resin that have the USB connection on the end of them and them being long enough to go to the wall and back to your resin piece. So, you know, it's just really hard to find some good lights that are long enough. So I had to go ahead and just use these right here. These did come with a remote though. So you can do all kinds of things with the lights in there. I used to get some awesome lights that had a really long cord on them, but Amazon quit selling them. So I can't get them anymore. So I've been really looking for some really good lights to start using again. That's why I don't have any extra ones in my craft room because I've used all my good ones up or my favorite ones. And it's not that these aren't good lights that I'm using. They are really good lights. It's just they're battery powered. I love the lights that come with remotes because it just gives you more options, you know, with your piece. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more resin because I left room to put the lights in. So we're going to go ahead and top this mold completely off. My gloves are got resin all over them. I spilt some out of the sides trying to put the lights in. I have a mess to clean up. But that's okay. I had fun doing it. Okay, let's turn the lights on. There's that blue that I'm looking for, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And the red looks pink in there. It doesn't even look red. It looks pink. So that's pretty awesome. Here's the remote that the lights came with. And I'm just going to go through a few of them and see what they look like. We won't go through all of them on the remote. We'll just go through a few. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it right there. Okay, I turned the lights back on, and I'm going to turn the lights off on the pumpkin. And let's go ahead and use the heat gun around the edges of the pumpkin right there. And I'm just going to take my silicone tipped brush here and run it around the rim of the pumpkin. I see a few bubbles there, and I'm just nudging them away from the edge there. Now we're going to spritz some alcohol to get rid of them. Okay, we had a little bit of the resin left over, so I'm going to add some glitter to it, and I'm not going to put any color in it. And we're just going to use it in the stem there because I don't have enough left to fill the lid up. I only have enough to put in the little stem part. So I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol in there, turn it upside down, get any of the excess alcohol out, and then we're going to go ahead and pour this in that stem. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I don't have enough to fill it up. I'm going to use my heat gun, heat it up, and pop any of the surface bubbles. And then I'm going to set it to the side and let it cure with the pumpkin till I go with my next step on this. Okay, we're back. That's cured. Now we're going to get this silver glitter here. It's holographic. I get it. It's the Pop brand, and I get it from Joann's Fabric. It's one of my favorite glitters to use. I use it in the silver and the gold. Okay, I'm going to spritz the mold with some alcohol, turn it upside down, get the excess alcohol out. Now I'm using that Q-tip to soak up some more of the alcohol. And now I'm going to pour that holographic silver into the mold. Now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to use my heat gun to pop any of the surface bubbles. Then we'll go ahead and top the mold off. Okay, I need a little bit more in there. And a little bit more. I'm just popping some of those surface bubbles, spritz a little bit of alcohol. And that held more than I thought it would, you guys. Isn't that strange sometimes how you think, you're think that there may be a hole in the mold or something. You're like, surely that did not hold all of that resin. There has to be a hole somewhere. Okay, guess what time it is? It's time to demold. I'm so excited to see what our pumpkin looks like. Okay, let's take a look around the edge of our lid and search for any bubbles. I don't see any, so let's go ahead and get the rest of it out and take a look at it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that glitter. Man, that is so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to get a little bit of tape and go around the edge of the mold here and look at all that I got off. That would have been on my piece when I pulled it out. I'm just going to try to get it started here and pull it away from the edge there. And then I'm going to try to roll it and get it started. Once I get the roll started, then I can probably get it off of there. But it's just going to be tough getting that roll completely around started. Almost there. Almost there. Yes. Okay. Now we can roll it right on up. There we go. I love to hear it pop. Now I'm going to turn my mold back inside the right way. That's a pretty big pumpkin. Okay, I'm going to set it to the side over here, and let's take a look at our pumpkin. Here it is, you guys. Okay, you can see the ribbon in there. It curled up a little bit on me, but not too bad. It's beautiful. I love it. Let's put the lid on it and take a look at it. That is one pretty fairy tale pumpkin. I can't wait to turn the lights off and look at it. Okay, there it is. What do you guys think? Isn't that beautiful? It's not a fairy tale pumpkin yet, though. We have to go ahead and put some finishing touches on it. And the top here, we see how it was hard to pull off. If you leave it on there and let it completely cure, you will not get that lid off. If you do, you must have some Hulk in you. Okay, we're going to take some of that ribbon that we put inside of the pumpkin. Isn't that beautiful? Look at it. And we're going to make our stem a little bit better for our fairy tale pumpkin. You know how some of the pumpkins have that curled up stem on them? That's what we're going to recreate with the ribbon. Soon as I get it folded the way that I want it and tied, then we're going to grab the glue gun and go ahead and make sure it stays that way and it doesn't move. But I'm going to go back on Temu and see if they had any more colors in this ribbon right here, because I don't remember if they had a variety of colors or if it was just this color here, because I love this ribbon. It's easy to work with. It pretty much, it's just real easy to work with. I love how you can roll it and make it look really pretty. And I'm also going to be making something for the bottom of my pumpkin here. I wanted to show you the bottom. There's a few bubbles on the bottom here. It's not too shabby though. But I believe those bubbles are from me poking the lights down in there. I should have put the lights in first and then put the ribbon in. So maybe it's because I wasn't fast enough putting them in there. I don't know. Or maybe I just stirred up too much in the resin. But it's not too bad at all. It's really nice. But I'm going to be making a bottom piece for my pumpkin because where the lights are coming out at, I want to be careful and protect that wire. So I don't want the pumpkin to be sitting on the wire. It doesn't make the pumpkin rock or make it unsteady at all, but I still want to protect it. So I'm going to be making something for my pumpkin to sit on. I'll probably make it blue, you know, the same color as the pumpkin. Okay, I used some of that hot glue and went ahead and put that piece down right there. but I rolled it, curled it up with my finger before I glued it down, because it gives it more of that pumpkin stem look when you roll it. See, rolling it like this and then bringing it back in and underneath that piece, it just gives it that pumpkin stem look. I also wanted to let everyone know that if you want to try this resin out, you can get 20% off, and you can purchase it from Amazon using my code and get that 20% off, but my code expires on October 31st. You can still get the discount off of Bond Crafters website, though, using my code and get the 20% discount as well. So just remember, if you're wanting to try this out, my discount code expires on Amazon on the 31st. And I'm going to be also trying out the Bond Crafters 1-to-1 epoxy resin on probably Monday or Tuesday of next week. Right now, we're just reviewing their deep pour resin, and I absolutely love it. That is my honest opinion on this resin. It is a really nice resin, and the kit that you've seen me open up is the 3-gallon kit, and it's $170.99. They have a 2-gallon kit, I believe, that's $109.99. Now, that's not deep pour. That's their 1-to-1. And then they have another smaller kit. Their 1-to-1 is $39.99 on Amazon. But the deep pour kit that I have here is 3 gallons, and it's $170.99. That's a good price for 3 gallons. Okay, I wanted to add some charms to the pumpkin there to hide where I put the, where I brought the ribbon around and I put the glue on. I want to go ahead and make that area look nice and neat. I'm just holding my finger on it there, making sure I get it glued down really well. And I picked out this pretty blue bow to put on it. And we're going to put it right about here. And I think that's really going to add the finishing touches on our Fairytale pumpkin. And I'm going to make sure I hold it and put enough pressure there until it really attaches itself to the ribbon and the pumpkin, because we don't want it falling off. Okay, let's take a look at it. It's beautiful. Look at that. What do you guys think about my Fairytale pumpkin? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you on Monday. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.